Gladiabots Elimination Tournament. Hello there, fellow nerds. In this video, I will talk about my 10 nodes elimination AI that was used in the recent 10 nodes elimination tournament. Let's take a look at the shotgun. We will always attack an enemy at short range. We will flee from all enemies attacking the shotgun if this condition here is true. This condition is true when 3 enemies are attacking the shotgun, or 2 enemies are attacking the shotgun and at least one of them is a sniper, or if at least 2 enemies are attacking the shotgun and the shield is below 75%, or if one enemy is attacking us and this enemy is in fact a sniper and our shield is below 75%, or if at least one enemy is attacking us and the shield is below 75% and also below 50%. As you can see, there are a lot of combinations between all those possible conditions, and this is exactly the reason why I prefer to just use those counters and then add them up together in the end, instead of making all those separate conditions and trying to connect them all with their independent lines. So this is just a way of coding the same thing, but having to draw less lines. The shotgun will attack an enemy at short range or medium range that is not fleeing. And the reason for this is that we want to push a little bit into medium range, so that we don't always start attacking from the edge from medium range to long range. And as always, we want to keep attacking the closest enemy that we are already attacking, to make sure that we finish our shot if we can. And last but not least, we move towards the closest enemy bot, because this will engage into the combat in the fastest possible way, and we don't waste any time moving towards any other bot that maybe has weaker health or anything, but we don't care about this. We want to fight as fast as possible. This makes our bot movement more efficient. And the assaults and snipers use this AI over here, where we compare the number of enemies not out of range with the number of allies at short range or medium range. And this is a dynamic evaluation of the local power, and you can see if the power of the enemy team is greater than our fighting power, then we have to start attacking. So we want to focus our fire on enemies below 50% shield, and if such an enemy doesn't exist, then we just attack the closest enemy, which is not a shotgun class. The reason for this is that the shotgun class is very fast and will most likely escape before we can deal any health damage. Therefore, it is more important to attack the other bot classes, because they can attack us and we are also more likely to apply some health damage to them. But sometimes you have to attack the shotguns when they get to medium range, and also any other bot class that gets to medium range, you should probably attack it. And then, as always, we want to keep attacking the closest enemy that we are already attacking in order to finish the shot and not waste any time switching around targets. Last but not least, we move toward the closest enemy bot for the same reasons that I explained for the shotgun. And now let's take a look at the retreat. This retreat is really bad. The bot will always flee from enemies attacking it if the shield is below 75%. This is far from perfect, but it is the best thing that I could do with only 2 nodes. And I really wanted to implement this smart counter, therefore I had to make a compromise on this retreat and work with what is possible. But during the tournament I figured out that I could be a little bit more defensive and change this number here to 0 to make the AI a little bit more defensive, so we are more likely to attack and less likely to move towards the enemy. And if this number here is a 0, then we basically don't have this constant anymore, and we can just bring those enemies over here and mix the formula around to get exactly the same result with the following construction. We still compare the number of enemies not out of range to the number of allies at short or medium range. But now we only had to use 2 nodes instead of 3, because we don't have to add a 0 anywhere. And this makes some free space to add this node to attack the closest enemy, machine gun or sniper class, that is not out of range and attacking us. And this node is really powerful because it prevents our bots from walking into the enemy fire, which looks really stupid and really silly. I hope this is not going to happen in this video. Watch until the end to figure out. And one last thing that we can optimize is that now we will continue to flee from all enemies, even if they are out of range. So we would like to put some range filter there, so that we stop when no enemy is in range of us. But it's a little bit problematic, because then we would have this problem that our bot thinks, oh, we just got outside of range, great. Now the danger is over and we can step in again. And then we get shot. Yeah, we don't want this to happen. Therefore I didn't add any range filter to this node. But actually you can do something about it if you invert this condition and apply it to all those nodes over here, and put this node of retreating in the very end of your AI. This is exactly what version 3 looks like. We inverted this condition, so now it does not exist. And then we can actually apply this range filter, not out of range. And if this filter would prevent this node from being executed, then you can see that the AI will not get any instruction at all, and therefore it will just wait and do nothing. And that's exactly what we want it to do, because if the enemies are out of range and there is no danger, why should we continue to flee from all enemies? Then we just want to wait outside of range until our shield regenerated, and then we can move in again. Okay, let's watch the first match against Jill and see if we can beat him with SMart, 10 nodes version. Uzura vs Jill match 1. You can see that the assaults already started to attack, and that Jill is using an all enemy assaults team. So I expect really aggressive AIs, as you know that assaults work the best if you make them really aggressive. And you can see that my bots have to retreat a little bit, but it seems like we are pushing forward and Jill's bot are losing some health already. And this is the reason why I think snipers are superior. They can shoot down the shield much faster than your assault bots. But actually, one of my snipers just died due to Jill's excellent focus fire. So maybe I spoke a little bit too soon, and I shouldn't underestimate Jill. I mean, he used to be a Grandmaster, and he still has the capability to be. So let's see what happens if we can make a comeback from this disadvantage. Again, it seems like the 2 nodes retreat is doing a good job at conserving all the health, except for this one sniper that got focused down. But you can see that Jill is starting to push our bots back. And this only makes sense, because if you have an 8 versus 7, you just have more firepower and you push better. And I'm not sure what will happen now, but you can see my shotguns are distracting the enemies very well, and they are tanking a lot of incoming damage, so that the assault bots and snipers have more time to attack and to deal health damage to the enemies. And now all of Jill's assaults are cramped up together, while my bots are a little bit spread out, so we have a better angle at them, which increases the retreat distance a little bit. And it seems like we almost finish off this assault bot, but probably we will finish it next time it has to retreat. And this is the way how you make a comeback. You just defend and give up a little bit of the ground, but you still keep your health. And then you wait for the enemy to make a mistake and to be overly aggressive. And again, my shotguns are basically invincible. The retreat here is really powerful and was used by several Grandmasters in past low node tournaments. I remember that Pew, Marco Lanen and myself, we all used this kind of retreat in the same tournament, and it was really funny to realize this at the end, that we all came up with the same conditions. But back to the match. Now we are up one bot, and we are pushing back Jill. So that's exactly what I want to see. And now I can make the joke again that Jill loses to his own smart counter. Because you have to know that Jill was one of the persons who made the smart counter so popular, because he made an AI that was 30 nodes big, and the main feature of it was this comparison of the team powers locally. And he told me that he was actually not the one who came up with this idea, but in fact he was the one who made it popular, because he published his AI on the Discord server. And now he keeps losing to it for the next 2 years. Match number 2 against Jill. Let's see what happens. We have some first contact on the top, and now also at the bottom we get some shots fired. And you can see the shotgun retreated an absurdly far distance, because it doesn't have the filter to only retreat when an enemy is attacking not out of range. So therefore our shotgun is still having this problem here. Maybe I should have flipped this counter around as well, now that I think about it. I think I could deal with this problem the same way, that I invert this condition and put it above those 3 nodes and only then retreat. Okay, so that's exactly what I will do after this match, so you can see what happens. Anyways, it's not so bad for our shotguns because they are very fast. Even if they retreat a little bit too far, they are very fast to come back into the action. Okay, but on the other hand, they also retreat much faster, so it's essentially the same waste of time as all the other bot classes. Huh. Okay, forget what I just said. I really have to fix this. Anyways, Jill has to fix his retreat. We can focus our fire and destroy all of his bots. That's perfect. And just like this, we win the second match, and therefore the best of 3. Match number 3 against Jill. You can see that the shotguns, they rush into the enemies, and they get supported from the assaults and snipers from the distance. And you can see that we are pushing the enemy bots back a little bit. I think this is mostly due to the fact that the shotguns, they can absorb a lot of damage, and the snipers, they can apply more damage to the enemies. So therefore we should be a little bit better all the time, just because the special bot classes are a little bit more powerful than normal assault bots if you use them correctly. And I always think that I use them correctly, so I assume that I'm winning. Great, isn't it? So at the bottom, yes, we are pushing back the enemies and they are also taking some half damage. That's perfect. But on the other hand, on the other side of the arena, it's looking pretty even, actually. But okay. Also here, we haven't received any half damage, while Jill's bots get dangerously close to the arena borders, and therefore lose some health already, I believe. And here we are continuing to push the 3 enemies back, and that should be enough to win the match. And now the first bots get destroyed. Match 1 against Jaabel. And you can see that he is starting to attack at long range and doing a good job. Oh no, but he takes a sniper shot. Ouch. That's a lot of half damage. So I believe his bots only start to retreat when they have 0 shield. That's a little bit too dangerous. This is a common mistake that happens if you keep using the starter kit, the official starter kit of Gladiabots, because there the bots will only retreat when they have 0 shield. But actually you have to calculate in that you still need some shield while retreating. The enemy won't stop attacking you when you have 0 shield. The enemy won't stop dealing some damage. So even if you always start attacking from the edge of long range, the enemy bots can still push into your range and then apply more damage than you might think. Also, you have to be careful about snipers, because they don't apply damage in a linear array. they apply no damage for 3 seconds and then all the damage at once. So you have to try to counter this. And it's funny that I say this right now, because my shotguns, they have some sniper counter nodes, but my other bots, they don't. So this is a big weakness of this 10 nodes AI, that they don't know how to deal with snipers, basically. Instead, they will be really careful and start to retreat as soon as they have less than 75% shield. So one sniper shot shouldn't hit them, or like shouldn't give them too much damage. But if one enemy comes to the idea that they could attack with 2 snipers at the same time, at the same target, then my bots have a small problem. And this is probably what you will see in the other matches. But you have to find out yourself. And let's take a look at this match over here. It seems like we are slowly pushing Jaabel to the arena borders, which is perfect. And the only thing that I'm worried about is this shotgun, but it should survive because, yes, it can get out of range of the machine gun. This is the only problem of shotguns. They can never win a 1 versus 1 against a machine gun if the machine gun is programmed in a competent way. And yeah, my shotgun tries to push, but always gets stopped. And actually now maybe we can get this enemy machine gun. Nope. It's again attacking the shotgun. Alright. Okay, but now this assault is getting a little bit crazy. This should be punished. And it survives, barely. Okay. But also the other shotgun. No, the other assault gets really, really cocky, to say. And yeah, this is how you win the first match. You just keep slowly pushing the enemy into the arena borders. And this is the huge power of the smart counter, of the smart nodes, because you can see, we don't attack from the edge of long range, we always push a little bit into the enemies. Even if the team powers are equal, you naturally have some shifting, and you will always push a little bit closer than the edge of long range to out of range. And it seems like the bots don't retreat once they are at short range of the borders, so now we can just finish them off. Let's hope for another interesting match number 2. Match number 2 against Jaabel. And we have another skin. That's so nice. Okay, but again, the bots only retreat when the shield is 0%. So it should be it should be a straightforward win for our team. And now you can see that we have an asymmetric position where Jaabel has 5 bots at the top and I only have 4, but therefore at the bottom we have 4 bots and Jaabel has only 3. And the smart counter is really powerful when it comes to such asymmetric positions, because you will notice that those bots will push very fast and very, very bravely, and meanwhile those bots, they will know to defend because they notice that there are many enemies. And this is exactly why this smart counter was so powerful, and Jill told me it even used to beat Rainen sometimes, back in the days. But okay, that's a long time ago, and now, but it still works. You can see it still has its merits, and you should really know it. If you want to become a good Gladiabots player, you should know how the smart counter works. And now it's just some clean-up time. Looking forward to match number 3. Match number 3 against Jaabel. And you can see that we focus our fire on the closest enemy, which is the sniper in this case. That's perfect. And actually, I think the bots have another retreat condition. They also retreat under some other circumstances, which I'm not exactly sure about. Maybe it's focus fire? No, it doesn't seem like it's focus fire. I'm not sure actually, but I saw the sniper was moving backwards, even with more than 0% shield. So it's interesting. That means he already improved on the basic starter kit, and it's really good. Here, yes, that's perfect. He knows to retreat with more than 0% shield. But still, you can see that he's pushed towards the wall, and they have to defend against my bots. And oh wow, they do defend. Maybe I shouldn't be so confident in winning. You can see that one of my snipers just died. But okay, here, look at my shotgun action. The shotgun pushed towards short range and then started attacking. And therefore we gained a lot of ground and applied some health damage to this enemy machine gun. And again, no, we don't continue to attack. That's so sad. My shotgun was retreating too early. It should have continued to attack the enemy machine gun. And again, it doesn't finish the job. But meanwhile, this assault bot is slowly chipping away the enemy machine gun. So that's great. And like this, you can make a comeback. And now I have 2 shotguns and 1 assault flanking the enemy team. And pushing them into the arena borders. Meanwhile, oh no, my sniper took a lot of health damage. You can see only a slither of health is left. So, Jaabel is a worthy opponent. And I have to be careful and not overly confident. So, the bots, their back is to the wall, but now this short bot gets too aggressive. Oh yeah, it was trying to catch some of the health packs, but it's too far away. And sometimes your dreams hurt you if you try to pursue them. That's my life lesson from Uzura. Haha. Okay, GG Jaabel, and let's watch the next match. Here I play against Defunct. Let's see what happens. You can see he also uses shotguns, so they will distract a lot of fire, a lot of the damage. And wow, he deals some damage to my snipers already. Or like he focuses my snipers with his snipers. Snipers attacking the snipers, attacking the snipers, if you know what I mean. And we have a pretty even pushing battle right now. And so far it looks all good. Everything is awesome. And I don't know what to say about this. It looks like now the shotgun is changing the direction and joining this team over here on the right side. But therefore I think my smart counter will be activated, so those bots should start pushing very soon, and they will push into the enemy team. I am a little bit worried about this shotgun, but it should be fast enough to escape. Yes, perfect. It slided along the wall, which was perfectly intentional. Yes, yes. It was not just luck. Yeah, yeah. And now you can see the advantage of the smart counter. We are pushing over here. We are pushing those bots very far back. And we almost killed the sniper. That's amazing. And over here at the top, it's still all perfectly fine. Meanwhile, we can apply more pressure to this bottom team and push those machine gun and sniper back. Also, those shotguns here are living a very dangerous life, being so close to the arena borders. Wow, that's a kill. My sniper finished off the enemy sniper. That's amazing. And now you can see this nice structure of positioning that Defunct is trying to converge with all of his bots at one of my enemies, at one of my bots, because he's probably using move to weakest health or something. But my bots just move towards the closest enemies, which gives them a high chance to attack from all the sides. If the enemy is trying to converge, we converge to this enemy from all sides, basically. And now, Defunct bots can't retreat anymore, they get pushed into the arena borders, and we win the first match. That's amazing. Match number 2 against Defunct. We have an 8 versus 8 map, where all the bots spawn very close together, and it's a very dangerous area where you can get a lot of health damage very easily, because the enemy can focus fire so well. But so can you. And I hope my bots will focus their fire. And I hope that my sniper doesn't die in the first 40 seconds. That would be very embarrassing, right? I am really worried about the sniper right now. And also my assault is taking a little bit of health damage. Oh, and my sniper is dead. Wow. So I think you can see now why I was complaining about the retreat earlier. We have nothing to defend against focus fire. We only start retreating when we have below 75% shield, and we don't start to retreat even if like four enemies are attacking us at the same time. Yeah. Okay, let's watch Defunct destroy the rest of the bots and hope for an exciting match number 3. Match number 3 against Defunct. Let's see what happens. My sniper takes 2 enemy sniper shots and loses a lot of health damage in the first 15 seconds. That's very unfortunate. And yet again, it shows you that you should really improve the retreat. I shouldn't have spent my additional node on this filter, but instead on another retreat condition. And now let's see. Defunct again tries to converge towards the weakest health enemy, I believe. And meanwhile, my bots try to push a little bit against it from the different sides and try to defend their position and hold their ground. And those shotguns, they trade some shots in the center, but it seems like they don't do so much. They just keep moving back and forth, and maybe they are distracting some enemy fire. I mean, they have to, because they only retreat if enemies are attacking them. So I guess they do something. And now you can see those two different movement strategies. Defunct is converging with all of his bots, and I'm trying to hold the position and just push from the sides where they are already standing. And I'm not sure which is the better strategy. You know, in my recent videos, I often advise to converge to some enemies, and this is also something that Jill recommends, that you push towards one single enemy on the map. But on the other hand, there are reasons why move to closest is better sometimes. Because you are more efficient, you don't waste so much time moving, but instead you just move towards the nearest target, so you can spend more time attacking. And also, you can end up with these positions, that the enemy groups up basically, and that you are a little bit spread apart, and you can maybe push from two different sides. But okay, those bots should maybe push a little bit closer, in my opinion, to remove a little bit of pressure from those bots actually. Because I don't like it, they get a little bit too close towards the arena borders, in my opinion. And still, I'm always keeping an eye on that sniper here. It has so few health. Like one sniper shot at the same time with one combined shotgun shot, they could instantly kill the sniper before it has time to retreat. Also, if you sync up a sniper shot with an assault or something, then you could also destroy this sniper most likely. But okay, this is a low node tournament. I believe that Defunct has not synced up his bots' attack cycles with low node. And yeah, again, those are a little bit too far away, and my bots get pushed into the arena borders. Oh no. Please. Ah, it's very close. It is very close. And there are only 30 seconds left in this match. But oh no, now the sniper gets pushed into the arena borders. Okay, but the sniper can slide away. Now the angle is good enough so that the sniper will slide away. And this assault will slide away, but this assault, oh no. Oh, it dies. It gets destroyed 13 seconds before the match ends. Wow, that's unfortunate. GG Defunct. Winner against me. Terra Reveene against Uzura Games. Let's see what happens. Okay, my sniper gets some damage, my sniper gets a lot of damage, and my sniper is dead. Wow. Yeah, it only took Terra 15 seconds to shoot down my sniper. And you know why? Because this is the old version. I also wanted to give it a different name, as you can see. But basically, this doesn't have the extra node, the additional node that I was talking about. Also, you can see here, this looks a little bit different, but it's basically the same AI, you can believe me. And yeah, this is exactly why I wanted to fix the sniper and also the assaults and not push into the enemy fire. This was a really traumatic experience and now I'm just getting destroyed. Also, you can notice in the very first version, the assaults, they had this constant that they would be a little bit more risky and brave to move towards enemies, but the snipers, they would be a little bit more defensive. So in theory, the assaults should always move a little bit closer to the enemies than the snipers. And it was a nice idea, but again, I really wanted to prevent this from happening again, therefore I merged those two nodes with this condition and was able to add another node, but maybe I added the wrong node. I should have added another retreat condition. Okay, GG to Terra for the first match, but maybe I will get my revenge on the second match. Match number 2 against Terra Reveene. And you can see, there's one isolated enemy assault bot, so my shotgun knows when it's retreating, we can approach it and attack it and destroy it. Or my shotgun will just retreat. Okay, that's also fine, I guess. But you can see the smart counter is doing wonders here, because my bots always push towards medium range and only then start attacking it. And now the shotgun can finish it off. Now we have a lonely enemy sniper. And when it's retreating, my shotgun can approach it, push towards short range, and then destroy it and finish it off. Perfect. So, the second match was also decided in less than 1 minute. That's amazing. And you can see, the opening really matters in elimination. And once you're down 2 bots, it's basically over. And I'm excited for the third match, while my bots make some cleanup work. Final match against Terra Reveene. We have split spawns, 4 versus 4 each. The only difference is that I try to use shotguns, while Terra tries to use machine guns instead. So, machine guns are very powerful when it comes to defending the position, and shotguns are very powerful when you have some sort of imbalance and can use them to be really aggressive. Let's see how it plays out. Again, my sniper is receiving some health damage, but okay, now at least it's behind the assaults, so it should be a little bit more safe. And it should not get destroyed so easily. And again, you can see, I believe that Terra spots, they converge to one enemy, which is, I believe, the one with the weakest health again. Like always, if bots moving to some enemy, I believe they are always moving towards this sniper. And meanwhile, my bots try to move towards the closest, so we get this nice positioning of surrounding the enemies. And it is always a trade-off. Like, you could argue that converging is more important, because you also group up your bots together. And if you group up your bots, you have easier focus fire. But on the other side, you have this positional surrounding, and you increase the distance that the bots need to retreat. So it's really two-sided. And I can't really give you a perfect solution to this. And I think no one can. So don't hate on me for giving you two possible choices. You have to decide yourself what you like more. There are different styles of play that are possible. You can either try to converge or you can try to surround. And oh wow, even my shotgun took some health damage. And that's really rare to see. Because usually the shotguns never take any health damage. Because their retreat is so complex. Like I really wanted to make sure that the retreat is perfect and doesn't ever allow any health damage. But okay, I guess if you have 8 bots stacked together, then no retreat can save you. So right now, I am a little bit worried about my shotguns. Because I never saw that before, that any other opponent was able to apply some health damage. But visually it looks really great. That my shotguns try to attack from the sides, my assaults stand here a little bit closer to the enemies, and my snipers stand in the back. So visually it looks really amazing, this strategy. But it might just fail when one of my shotguns gets destroyed. They have to be really careful. But as much as I'm worried about my bots getting destroyed and losing more health, the same goes for Terra Reveene. You can see his machine gun has only half of its health left, and also some assault bots took a lot of health damage already. Those two, to be exact. And there are only 35 seconds left, so this will be really close. Will I be able to deal more health damage or push those bots into each other while they are walking and bumping into each other? Or can Terra Reveene catch one of my shotguns off guard and finish them off? 10 seconds left. It seems like this match is going to be a draw. And therefore, GG to Terra Reveene. We have a 1.5 to 1.5. Match 1 against the common pigeon. You can see there's a lot going on right from the beginning. And it looks like my sniper barely survived at the top. Meanwhile, my sniper here will survive. The enemy sniper attacking. And now we have an asymmetric position, which is always in our favor. Because as you know by now, we have the famous SMart counter, and we can use it to push really hard and destroy those 3 bots here at the top left. And also our assaults do a good job to defend against this sniper and the shotgun. That's really what I wanted to see. And I have to admit, it's a little bit strange that my sniper here is now moving over there and left those 2 bots here. Now it's a 3 versus 2, while with the help of this sniper, they could have just finished those 3 assaults over there. Okay, but it seems like instead they want to help pushing on the right side, which is also a fair choice. And okay, I make it seem like it's a choice. No, it's basically always just moving toward the closest. It's not so complex. And we got the first destruction. Perfect. but I have to admit, it was really lucky that the sniper didn't just get destroyed in the first 20 seconds. That might as well be a victory for the common pigeon if we would have gotten a little bit luckier on this shot RNG. Because without the sniper, the whole push over here wouldn't work so well. And it would be a much more difficult time to push here. And now it's just some cleaning up time. Let's be excited for match number 2. We have an 8 versus 8 combat, and my sniper gets focused by 2 enemy snipers, and it's gone. Wow. 10 seconds to destroy my sniper. And my other sniper already lost half of its health. Yeah. So, I think now you should really see the problem with this retreat. You really have to avoid focus fire of enemies, or you will just get destroyed immediately. You can't wait until an enemy sniper shot hits you. If 2 enemy snipers are attacking you, you should get out of there. And that might be a very, very fast destruction. Wow. Okay, let's hope for a better match number 3. Match number 3 against the common pigeon. And at least it doesn't seem like that my snipers die in the first few seconds. That's something, right? And you can really see, depending on the team composition, on the team setup, you will be able to guess how aggressive someone will be. And because the common pigeon uses assaults, shotguns and snipers, you know that you will have an aggressive opponent who likes to push a lot. While the players with machine guns, they are a little bit more defensive. And those players that don't use shotguns at all and only machine guns, snipers and assaults, they are the most defensive. And it seems like, again, I lost one of my snipers. Wow. And oh no, those shotguns! Ouch! That hurts to watch. Great job by the common pigeon. He exploited this continue to attack an enemy at long range, even if there is an enemy at short or medium range. Maybe I should switch up those nodes, but that would cause other problems, because then the shotguns could always distract my bots and interrupt their fire cycle. But like this, it seems like they can just rush to towards my bots and destroy them completely. So, great respect to the common pigeon. He made a really aggressive AI. I really like that. It seems like he storms me into the ground. And it's great focus fire over there. And now there's nothing left for me to be said other than GG and congratulations to all the people who defeated my AI. But still I can be happy, at least I defeated Jill with the smart counter. That's the only thing that counts. And the winner is Defunct. Congratulations. You get a tap on the back and eternal fame.